The black-throated finch is in danger. Its long-term survival hinges on efforts to conserve one of its largest known populations located on grazing properties within the Townsville coastal plain. But the good news is that actions such as weeding and fencing that can boost pasture cover and productivity can also help create ideal finch habitat.
And that's one of the great things about this particular species is that grazing and black-throated finches can coexist.
NQ Dry Tropics is leading a regional conservation planning and management effort that brings together landholders, ecological experts and other key stakeholders to protect, maintain and restore black-throated finch habitat, while also benefiting graziers.
We got local experts, including members of the black-throated finch recovery team. We got members of local, state and federal government involved, local landholders. Some landholders were just absolutely thrilled to find out that they had black-throated finches on their properties.
The Conserving Black-throated Finch Habitat project, funded through the Australian Government's National Landcare Program, supports graziers to maintain open woodlands dominated by native grasses, maintain water sources and tall woody vegetation near foraging habitat.
And our hope is to actually do things which are actually going to be beneficial for both grazing and beneficial for the species. And the process that we'll go through to do that will be, we'll come on, we'll have a look, see where the birds are, what they're doing, what are the particular values in this area to black-throated finches, what sort of threats might be operating for that species in this area, and then try and identify some ways to try and mitigate some of those threats. So we're also trying to figure out how to come up with management actions or ideas that are complementary to the grazing activity that's happening here.
Thriving finch populations are a good indicator of a healthy environment.
I would regard that pastoral country, for instance, that has black-throated finches on it is well managed from a pastoral point of view, as well as from an environmental point of view.
The birds actually eat grass seed, that's their food supply, so that's exactly what we want, is more grass and soil cover. It works so easily with our management style because we're not locking up country, and birds are a great part of the ecology and they work well with the cattle, and it's great if they're a species that were thought to be nearly extinct and they are here. Well, the more we can do to help with that, the better.
This project is part of NQ Dry Tropics Co-op 146 that embraces the internationally recognised open standards for the practice of conservation, a best practice planning framework that engages communities to identify natural assets in the landscape, determine the threats that they face, and develop specific, measurable strategies to conserve them. It has directed funding to identified priority areas where finches have been consistently recorded.
As Australians, we're really lucky to live on this amazing landscape. We've got such a rich, diverse plant and animal assemblage. You know, it's one of the things that makes Australia unique. It's one of the things that makes it great. And slowly we're starting to lose some of those species. And I don't think there'd be any Australians out there who would want to live in an environment where we only have minor birds and pigeons. With a black-throated finch, there are solutions, sure, to challenge, but these are the sort of challenges that we really have to step up to and take. And if we get it right, then, we'll maintain that beautiful heritage that we have in terms of our native species.